Good afternoon everyone, it's SBG Active Aussie here. It's 1:30 PM Tuesday afternoon. I'm just going to make a walk and talk video. Recently I've been thinking that the majority of relationships that we have in life are parasitical in nature, and mostly people are only interested in each other for some sort of financial gain, to get attention, to get some sort of advantage in some way. So most relationships have a type of parasitical element to them. They're basically self-serving. That's just how I feel about it. And back in my blue pill days, I think I was subconsciously aware of this fact. When I was living in Asia, I used to use this terrible website called POF, which many of you guys would be aware of, which I call Plenty of Fish, but I call it Plenty of Frauds, Plenty of Fakes, and there's heaps of other names people call it as well. But on that site, I came across the most terrible people, bottom of the barrel, the bottom feeders, and basically they are just trash. I actually met a few women off that site a few times. They were terrible. And basically on that site, the women just put forward a list of requirements and conditions that men must meet. So basically it's like a job interview. It's very clinical, it's very sterile, certainly nothing romantic about it, that's for sure. And I know internet dating in general is terrible, but that's one site I had quite a bit of experience with, and it was just terrible. And in real life, we come across people all the time who are basically takers. They're a bunch of users. And in 2023, that situation is getting very bad. So I've made videos before saying I feel that the world is very artificial, superficial, it's lacking in substance. And there've always been takers around, there've always been selfish people, greedy people around. But I think now is much, much worse than it was in the 1970s or 1980s. Obviously, social media has a lot to do with this, so we factor that in, and it makes things a lot worse. You'll even see when there's some sort of tragedy and people are suffering, people will get their phones out and they will film it, which is really disgusting. But what can you do? It's just the way society is now. Obviously there are still some good people around, some good things do happen, but you can get a feeling of depression in regard to this sometimes. Talking about parasites, I saw that South Korean movie last night, coincidentally, called Parasite, which is quite funny in parts, but the ending of that film is disturbing as fuck. It's a very, very disturbing film, I feel. And basically it's a tale of greed, narcissism, then desperation and sadness. I recommend, if you want to watch a really good film, check out Parasite. And there's another South Korean film called Burning, which is an excellent film as well, with a similar theme. They're a bit depressing, but the acting is superb, and there's a very powerful message conveyed in those two films. I'm just going for a bit of a walk around Tui Forest. Beautiful time to be out, not too busy and not many people around. And it's always very nice to come in here. Anyway, let me know how you feel about what I said in this video, and I'll talk to you later.